Hello ladies and gentlemen, with Sidereal Ascendant Leo or Moon in Leo. In this video we'll be speaking about your Ascendant and the year 2026. What the year 2026 means for you. Now I will be looking from sidereal perspective, but also tropical, meaning that most probably for sidereal ascendant Leo, your tropical ascendant will be Virgo. Also, in this video, this will be general video, and if you want to have very detailed prognosis on how the year will look like, especially for you, you may like to book consultation with me. And now there is a link with a discount under this video. Also, if you like, you may subscribe to my other channel, which is about my farm, animals, cooking, planting, and things like that. Also, the link is under this video. Now, in this video, I will be mentioning most important planetary aspects, also some very important heliacal phases of planets, and also, of course, I will describe to you how the eclipses will look like in your horoscope. So this will be the main things that I will emphasize on. So of course I'll try to organize this for you month per month, but of course not all months in 2026 have very significant events. So we'll be looking at the most important events. Of course, we're starting with January. So we are entering the year 2026 with two invisible planets. So Venus and Mars will not be visible. It means that they will be hidden. We literally will not be able to see them on the sky. They will be invisible for us. Also, on the 6th of January, no 6th, 9th of January, Mars will make conjunction with the Sun on the 9th of January, and this will happen when still Mars will be invisible. How this conjunction will influence your horoscope. Now, Mars as invisible planet, as you know, doesn't exhibit this typical martial characteristics of the typical aggression, ambition, or soldier-like behavior. He's more hidden, and also the meeting between Mars and the Sun will be something hidden, decision, because they have their meeting, that you will find out more about later on when Mars becomes visible. He rises heliacally, becomes visible for the first time in Leo, and this will be on 9th of June of 2026. But about this I tell you a little bit later when we reach June. So also in January you have, and this will be on the 18th of January, there is big stellium of planets, a very important stellium of planets, which is happening in your 6th house. So you will be having invisible moon, invisible Mars, invisible Venus, Pluto, Sun, invisible Mercury. All of them. This is very important stellium, rare, because 1, 2, 3, 6 planets are conjoining in your 6th house. This is the house of your routine, everyday job, people who share your routine environment, domestic animals. This is the house of sharp diseases. So they gather together with the Sun and they make decisions regarding your routine and all these matters which we just mentioned. And most probably later, when the planets become visible, you will know more and you will feel what they exactly meant. But most probably this will mean changes regarding your routine and everyday business and everyday job. Also, you may need to be in January a little bit more responsible for your health. Also, I forgot to mention when Mars and the Sun meet in your 5th house, could be that later on in June, when Mars becomes visible, you will see something new regarding 5th house matters, which is gains, which is your creative work, creative knowledge, which is also about your artistic work and stuff. So later on, when he becomes visible, and this is 9th of June, he in your 9th house, which is house of education, which is long distance travel, spirituality, belief system, a media work. There he will come with something new for you. But of course, because Mars is Mars, even though he'll be trining your ascendant, especially in June. I know I jumped straight to June, but because this is connected to January, I want to mention this already. In June, especially around this heliacal rise of Mars, 1 week after or 1 week before, be a little bit careful when you travel, when you choose study, when you do media work and so. So this is about January. Also, very, very important event will be in February. Actually, before mentioning the event, let me just briefly tell you about the eclipses. Because the first eclipse is in February, and this is on the 17th of February. Very important for your horoscope this year. Very, very, very important, because the lunar nodes will be on your ascendant-descendant axis. Rahu will be in your 7th house in Aquarius. Ketu will be in your ascendant in Leo. So these two planets will certainly influence your life very much, because the ascendant is house of life. So important. This is actually influencing the whole horoscope. So this will be the situation in year 2026. The eclipses will have impact on your decisions, on your, even on your relationship, on your relationships with people, on your career, basically on everything, because of the importance of the axis ascendant-descendant. So the first eclipse is happening on the 17th of February. It is the solar annular eclipse, and it is taking place in the 4th degree of Aquarius, important degree. Be a little bit more diplomatic, careful with your partner. And this is valid from, let's say, days before 17th and then up until mid-March. Why? Because the second eclipse of this time of the year is on 2nd and 3rd of March, and this is the total lunar eclipse, super important eclipse, taking place on the axis of on the 18-degree Leo, which is your ascendant, to 18-degree Aquarius. This is a portal for change. Therefore, I would tell you around these dates, and I mentioned until mid-March, I wouldn't make important plans, decisions. I would rather wait a little, because these eclipses, they are portals for change. And sometimes during the eclipse time, we don't know what is happening. We don't know what the future holds for us. And sometimes things really change. That's why better wait a little bit until mid-March and then make important decisions. And in the meantime, really be a little bit more diplomatic with partnerships, with negotiations. Be a little bit more careful. Interestingly, on the day of the second eclipse, which is 2nd, 3rd of March, Saturn is becoming invisible. And this is very, very interesting, because this is happening right in your 8th house. So Saturn becomes invisible, means he disappears, he takes away with himself something old, something related to maybe finances, yeah, you know, something old, something in your life, and then he will become visible again on the 12th of May, to bring to you something new again in relation to his 8th house. Could be secret knowledge, could be you know, some results from financial, from partnerships or so, but this depends really on your chart and how Saturn is placed in your horoscope. But to come back a little bit to February, so I mentioned to you this big stellium of planets, the eclipses, and now we move to very important conjunction, and this is happening on the 20th of February 2026. Now, super important, because let me tell you, Saturn-Neptune conjunction is beginning of a cycle that has importance for the next 35 years for us. And this conjunction we already felt, we already witnessed 3-4 times. In year 2025, it was when it was in June, July, and then in September again they had exact conjunction, Saturn and Neptune, usually around the 7 degree. In 2026 they meet again, but it's for the last time. That's why this conjunction is so significant, so important. They meet for the last time in Pisces. Saturn and Neptune are meeting in Pisces again. If you felt very important transformation already in the summer and a little bit in the winter, in September of 2025, now it will be bigger because it's for the last time. Now it's final. They meet one more time, and this is the beginning of their cycle. Could be related to your finances very much, or to the finances of your partner, finances from unexpected sources. Could be related to inheritances, insurances. Could be also related to amazing beginning, financial, also related to some negotiations, let's say, something new, and it may have strong financial aspect, but also could be very spiritual. Like you could be reviewed some new spiritual means and secrets and knowledge, could be, and healing sources and so it could be very, very interesting thing. Then we move to June. In June, amazing situation is taking place, amazing, which is beautiful, and which is first week of June. Jupiter is entering his exaltation point, which is of course Cancer. He will be there 1 year. For you, this is good because he will be blessing your health. He will be blessing your, let's say, pilgrimage travel. He will be blessing you to win over enemies. Like you will really have the chance to win over some secret enemies, and he will bless your karma. Like you will be able to have the luck in a good way to pay some karma, not in a hard way. And this is very good. Make sure that you help many people. Doesn't have always to be financial, could be with support. Sometimes one word can make somebody's, you can make the day of somebody, with some support. People sometimes need that. So, or you feed somebody, or feed an animal, or you can do so many beautiful things, and Jupiter will be on the other hand, like help you to pay off some karma in an easy way, not hard way. So this is really beautiful for you, and this is happening in June. Also in June, I mentioned already to you, Mars is becoming visible. And I told you this could be related to new beginnings, related to study, long distance travel, media, finding the right guru, let's say, for yourself. And so it could be very, very benevolent. But around this time, of course, with Mars rising in your 9th house, you may need to be a little bit careful in June for when you travel, when you choose study, and so. So this is another important aspect. Where were we now? Yes. Now also, speaking about Jupiter, forgot to mention one small detail. We move already to July. On 1st of July, Jupiter is becoming invisible, and we will miss him. He will, I have to tell you this, and until 16th of August, Jupiter will be invisible. Then on 16th of August, he becomes visible, and you will feel his blessing again on the matters that I just mentioned to you. So this is about Jupiter. Then speaking about August, you have another 2 eclipses in August. The first one, 12th of August, the solar eclipse on the 18th degree Aquarius, again on your ascendant, and Aquarius on your descendant. So same matters in general. August, you have 12th of August, and then you have 27th, 28th of August when you have the second eclipse, which is the partial lunar eclipse on the axis of Leo, Aquarius, 10 degree. Yes, August is a month, a little bit of caution. Be careful romantic with your romantic partner, in your business, with people, when you negotiate, when you negotiate, when you plan new things. August is really month to be a little bit more careful. This is very, very important. And then on the 1st of September, Venus is becoming invisible again in Libra, your third house. She takes away with herself something that you don't need, something that is out regarding studies, regarding education, communication, media. And later on, I think it was 31st of October, she becomes visible again to bless you with something new study, to bless maybe the peace between you and brothers and sisters, neighbors, to bring you new means of communication, medium, commerce, money. So this is good. And this is already happening in October. But like I told you, in August, be a little bit more careful because of it's an eclipse month, strongly felt in your horoscope. I mentioned to you already the in October, the morning first of Venus, yeah, 30th of October. You know, this was a very important event. So these are the most important events. Of course, there are many more. Oh yes, see, I almost forgot the most important event of the year, blessing event. On the 31st of August, Jupiter and Saturn form a trine. So Saturn will be in your 8th house and Jupiter will be in your 12th, and they form trine. This is 31st of August. And this is blessing for, again, could have financial impact, health impact, spiritual, again, to help you to win over enemies or some karmic obstacle. This, you saw worldwide how actually heavy this was when we had this square in 2024, 2025. You saw how heavy this was on markets, on yeah, it was quite heavy. So this will be a blessing, and it will be repeated one more time in April 2027, this trine. So it will be financial relief for the world, and of course it will have an impact on us. So with this I complete, ladies and gentlemen, for your ascendant. I wish you all the best in 2027. And as I mentioned, if you want to have more details, you may find me for consultation, and it is discounted now. The links are under this video. All the best. Bye bye.